Hello and welcome to Up Your Wine Game. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy. But we're back at it, and I wanted to give you guys a gift and taste America's favorite premium wine. Yes, it is The Prisoner. You know it, you love it. There's a story here. I can't wait to taste it. It's been probably over a year since I tasted the last vintage. This is the 2019, so the 2019 Prisoner. Probably one of the most iconic, famous wines in America at this point from California. It's had a cult following now for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. I don't know when the first vintage of this came out. I just know the wine has changed quite a bit from when it was first created by David Finney back in the day and where it is now. So what is the short story on The Prisoner? The Prisoner was a wine created originally as a Napa red blend. I believe they sourced fruit from the Crane Vineyard, a couple different vineyards at David Finney, who, fledgling winemaker back in the day, master blender, bought grapes, created this wine, made a blend based on zinfandel, right? So he was really creating a red blend, playing with grapes that people in Napa weren't really messing with. You know, the focus back then was Cab and Chard, Sauvignon Blanc. So he was using Zins, Petit Verdot, Syrah, and basically one of these everybody in the pool wine. So he started out the first vintage of this wine, he made 300 cases, right? And it, fast forward, it's turned into this behemoth. He sold the brand to Constellation Brands, I'm not sure how many years ago, made an absolute mint, but it's brilliant. The wine retails anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks at this point. But since it's been sold, naturally, the production of this wine has gone from 300 cases way back in the first vintage up to well over, it's in the hundreds of thousands at this point. So originally a red blend, now there's Prisoner Cab, there's Prisoner Chard, there's Prisoner Pinot, there'll probably be Prisoner sparkling wines, friggin' rosé, you name it, because they got to get their money back because they paid dude a grip of cash for this brand. But I will give him much credit. He caught lightning in a bottle, and the rest is history. So let's see where it is. I think people originally gravitated towards it. It used to be a really serious wine back in the day. Had grip, structure, power, but was also fun to drink. It was jammy, had that zin in it, so it made it very, very inviting. We'll see. I noticed maybe 8 years ago, the wine started to go downhill, and now at this point, we'll see what's going on. But it's still hideously popular. Like I said, one key thing, take note, it used to be a Napa Valley red wine. Now you will see they took Napa Valley. I don't know if it was ever on the front, but it was certainly on the back label. It said Napa Valley. Now it is just a California red. What does that mean? That means the grapes are now coming from all over Kingdom Come, not from Napa anymore. This allows a winery at this point to grab grapes from wherever in California and put it into this blend. It used to be just Napa. Now, I guarantee the grapes are coming from friggin' Lodi, Central Coast, Central Valley, you name it. Everybody in the pool. That allows them to bring their margins up, bring their costs down. Obviously, they can put anything in this wine. But now it's California, not Napa. So I don't know, for you diehard, Prisoner drinkers, you probably noticed, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, that it went from Napa to now just a California red wine. So let's see what we got. So obviously very jammy. It's not as ripe and jammy and over the top as I thought it was going to be, but it's still clearly a very inviting and round and plump, and it's almost like a black cherry concentrate on the nose with some brown sugar on it, but not cloying at this point. So it doesn't smell like just like wood chips and cocoa powder, which a lot of kind of Frankenstein wines at this point do smell like right out of the chute. But not uninviting. So I kind of like that really dense, rich raspberry. There's a hint of chocolate or a hint of cocoa powder on there as well. But it's very inviting and not obnoxious. Okay. I see the appeal. It's a mouth-filling wine, right? Velvety. And I gotta say, I enjoyed this more than maybe say the 2018. There's some acid to it. I'm actually getting a little bit of grip, like some some watermelon hints back here, which I'm actually pleasantly surprised to get. I was expecting something much heavier, much fatter. Don't get me wrong, it coats your mouth, but in a very pleasing way. Let's go back at it. I mean, it's good. You know, this is the typical yummy wine. It has immediate appeal. Medium body, easy drinking. If there's one drawback to it, and I pay, you know, if I'm paying 40, 50 bucks, I want some complexity. That's what I pay for in a more expensive wine. Here, this is just a straight shooter. What you see is what you get. It's the same from start to finish. It's persistent, consistent with the red and black fruit flavors that go along with it. I'm not offended by this wine at all. I would never spend 40, 50 bucks on it, but people know it. You're not going to be disappointed. It's everything that The Prisoner has been in the past 10 years. That said, it used to be a much different wine, but it's pleasing. It's pleasurable. You know, if you got 40, 50 bucks just, you know, to go out there and have a little fruit bomb, here's your wine. But absolutely nothing wrong with this wine. I understand why it has the appeal. I just know there's other stuff out there that is as good. That's, you know, half the price, and I'll probably grab some stuff from Trader Joe's to show just that. But again, for 40, 50 bucks, you can't go wrong. It's delicious. It's yummy. It's a straight shooter. Continue enjoying it. Peace.